So how we all doing, guys? How's the chat? How we all doing? How's the adventuring party?
Good. Going good. The rolls on.
Feeling good, rolling bad.
I mean, we can start off in Dee's and I room, since we're both here.
Yeah, we can do that. All right. Let us pan down to these guys. All right. So, rubs hands together menacingly. All right. So,
Don't you mean pause?
little pause. As you guys have been watching these guys move around for a little bit, they've made their way through basically the entire dungeon. They've gotten through it pretty quickly. They've killed some things. They've looted a few chests and stuff like that. It's been good. It's been very entertaining to watch them go. You've noticed they've just reached the end room though, and there's a final door that they stand before. And the party opens the door, and they all walk through, and you hear across the room a small little door opening. And in the first room where they first started, out walk 4 little adventurers, the exact same ones that you'd noticed before, and they're basically all the way back at the start of the dungeon.
Can I grab... what were the 4 little guys on the table again?
You have a baby green dragon, a giant spider, an orc, and a skeleton.
Can I grab them all and carry them and take them into the room where the others are?
Absolutely. You pick up all the statues. They're all gathered up in your arms, sort of thing. And you're moving your way to the door. The moment you step through the door, all of the stone figures turn to sand and just fall through your arms.
Oh.
I was hoping I could, put them on the runes and they'd go big instead of going tiny in the maze and then fight the guy for me.
Oh.
Anything you want to do, you just sort of...
That was my dumb idea.
That was a good idea.
You've now killed the little guys.
No, they respawn.
Yep. You turn back around, and the table is now fully restocked with a small baby green dragon, a giant spider, an orc, and a skeleton.
Are there any rooms in the maze that look like the room that they're in? Is there any ones with teeny tiny ruins?
Looking down at the rooms, very small details you can notice, sort of thing. There are a couple of rooms that look a little bit magical, but nothing that you'd notice as the same as the other room or anything like that. It doesn't look like it's the same dungeon or anything like that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up all 4 of the statues and plop them in the room that the little guys are in.
Oh, you're evil.
You grab the baby green dragon, the giant spider, the orc, and the skeleton, and you place them down in the room that the dungeon party's in. A terrifying battle ensues. Blood splatters on the floor, bodies thrown across the room. It's a massacre down there. The entire party is wiped out down there. And all that's left is the little monsters in the room. They managed to kill the skeleton. They did a lot of damage to the orc and the spider. But the baby green dragon absolutely wiped the floor with everything. At this very moment, you hear a little latch opening. And right at the very last room, a small treasure chest. The very last room of the little floor dungeon. You see out of the force field uprises the little chest that was in the final room. You hadn't noticed it before. And as soon as it gets through the floor, it swings open.
I rush over and check what's inside.
Wonderful. Are you running over as well?
Yeah.
Awesome. You guys scramble your way over to the little chest. So inside the chest, you find a very small, very, very tiny piece of wood. Upon closer looks, you, Aelith, immediately recognize it. And you're like, I think that's a magic wand. An incredibly tiny magic wand, might I say. It is smaller than a toothpick. This thing is of scale for the little guys in the maze sort of thing. You now hold basically a splinter that is a wand. I will send you the item card either once you guys identify what it is properly, or I mean, I guess one of you can try to use it. If you're a mage user, you can use it.
A magic user?
Yeah, if you're a magic user, you can use it pretty easily. Otherwise, you'll have to do a wisdom check to use it, sort of thing. But it's you know, up to you what you do with the splinter.
I can't use magic. I hand it over to Aelith.
Aelith. Brilliant. You very, very carefully hand over the splinter that is this wand. He's gonna keep it?
Yeah. I'll pop it away for now.
Brilliant.
Where are you going to put it where you're not going to lose it?
Tucks it in between two threads on their little collar, so it like stakes it in like a little splinter into their shirt. Wonderful. You now have a little wand as essentially as a lapel.
Brooch.
A little brooch of a splinter.
So should we try the door, or should we go back and help those guys?
I don't think they're getting anywhere. I don't know if we can't help them. I've been trying to figure out what the letters that were around the room meant, but I couldn't figure. They're an anagram for "Are you angry?" but I don't think that's it.
I guess I'm gonna try the door.
Awesome. You guys are heading towards the door in the room?
I just want to see what's on the other side of it.
Yeah. Alright, are you heading that way too? You're following Rivet to the room?
Yeah.
Brilliant. We will cut back to the other group. I think that takes us back round to Ricky's turn, because he just shoved Lucinda back again.
Trying to think another kick push.
Going for another push?
Yeah, kicking him.
Yeah, great.
No strength.
Another strength check.
18. There we go.
He rolled a dirty 1. It got a 2 minus 1. So Ricky shoulder charges this wizard, and noticeably knocked straight to the floor, like sprawled out on the floor. Ricky looks down and sees the shape shimmer a little, vanish, and then beside in your peripheral vision, standing up again, is the wizard.
Wait.
Try again, silly dragonborn.
Oh. So he's back in his spot.
Literally exactly where he was before. He sort of, his form shimmered on the ground and vanished, and he reappeared where you were. But you hit something. You definitely hit him and knocked him down. But he basically immediately shimmered and reformed back where he was standing.
Interesting.
You get it? I'm invulnerable. Nothing you have will hurt me. Knock me down, burn me, stab me in the chest. You have nothing. Nothing in this room can hurt me. This is my greatest spell, the most powerful magic in the world. And that takes us to Lucinda's turn.
I just want to try to grab him again.
Going for a grapple?
Yes.
Awesome. I'll go opposed athletics with you.
11. I am not doing good on these.
Surprisingly, though, still didn't get quite as high as you, and you manage this time to lock your hands around the chest of this wizard sort of thing, and you now have him effectively grappled. It's going to go back round to his turn. So while you're holding on to him, he turns his head and to like look down at you, and you hear him mutter some like magic words. Your grip on him, gone. You pull nothing, and he basically reappears in the square just beside you. He just teleported like 5 feet out of your grip.
Oh, can I go into the door now?
He's still like technically blocking the door. Like it would still like he's still effectively blocking the door, sort of thing.
This guy. I hate him.
I hate him.
Wait, is it still my turn?
You technically have movement. You could like move a little bit. But you essentially used your action to go for the grapple.
Are you angry?
Remember, you're not in the room.
I'm not there.
Oh, you are. I was saying that to Ayla.
I am there.
Ricky's like, I vanished somehow. I'm invisible.
I don't think anyone likes this man.
Throw him into fire.
How hard would it be to bring him out of the room? Like, just grab him and run?
Well, you move at half speed once you've grabbed something. So, and like they're going to oppose it pretty quickly.
Yeah. I'm not sure what to do.
Try, you'll probably move him at least a little bit.
But he'll teleport back.
I'll get through the door before that.
One of us grabs him and the other goes through the door. Is that possible?
You can certainly try.
Okay.
We're gonna try.
You're going to go for the grapple again? You're going to go try to, or what are you going for?
Ricky, grab him.
What are you
Okay.
going for? Grab?
I'll grab him.
Push?
Grab
swing?
him.
Alright,
Hold
roll
him
an
as
opposed
best, yeah.
athletics with him.
Athletics.
Please move him.
Ricky, 6 foot something
14.
Dragonborn is a little bit taller. Oh, I thought the other one was yours. That's okay still. Still, you reach your arms around this mage, and almost the opposite effect of Lucinda. You grab your own arms to grapple him in, and he sort of just goes slip and goes ducks and pokes back up, sort of thing, and basically just slips your grab. So you did fail the grab. You technically have a bonus action and movement, but up to you what you want to do.
Shove him out of the way and run in.
Shove him. Shove and run.
I don't think you can shove as a bonus action. I do believe that is like a full action sort of thing. You've already gone for the grapple. Bonus actions will be listed on your character sheet, what you can do.
2-weapon fighting.
You could pull out your dagger and take a slash sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's
works for me.
basically all you've got available to you.
Yeah. But 2-weapon. 2-weapon
Right.
fighting.
So when you do it, you roll to hit like normal, but when you do your roll to damage, you don't add your proficiency to it. So where it says like 1d, it might say like d6 plus 2, I think it is your proficiency.
Yeah.
You don't add the plus 2 sort of thing. So when you roll it, you'll take that 2 off sort of thing, because you're not adding that proficiency. But yeah, go for it. Roll to hit if you want to take the strike with the offhand dagger.
Crap. 5.
5 to hit doesn't even, you don't make the AC. Basically, you've gone for the grab. He's shrugged you off. You immediately reached down for your dagger and went for an upper strike, and he sort of just rotated out of the way and dodged the blade.
Damn.
Lucinda, that brings us to your turn, unless Ricky wants to move anywhere.
I don't think he's going to try and go for it. I might move back a little.
Sure. How far back do you want to move?
3, maybe 4 squares?
Like here?
Yeah.
Awesome. He is technically going to get an attack of opportunity against you.
But will he?
Yeah, he's just going to he just like whips. You'd barely even catch it. He just like reaches behind him as you take the steps away, pulls out a little quarterstaff, and sort of like just kind of just hits you in the back a little bit as you move away. Possibly. Does a 14 beat your AC?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Not brilliant.
You take 3 damage as he just sort of like hits you in the back as you move away. That's on to you now, Lucinda.
Fine. I'm starting to severely dislike this dude, and he's clearly not moving.
Pain.
All good. If you choose to move away, he'll get an attack of opportunity against you as well.
I will leave and come back.
All right.
Someday, I will get him to...
You start heading out of the room, sort of thing. He will get the attack of opportunity against you. It misses anyway. He literally just whiffs behind you. You're just too quick for him anyway. Absolutely just whiffs the little hit in the back sort of thing with the quarterstaff. That's it, flee! I told you had no chance. And you guys
I hate him even more.
Screw you, you suck!
come back stronger.
Not as powerful as that hand over there, though.
I will, and then I will
You
kill
failed
you.
the hand. You had no chance against me.
You have no chance.
Walking away, just smack
I'm gonna stand at the door watching him. Like,
He just stands there.
Yeah.
Rejoining the other group?
I'm staying at the door there, watching him.
Yeah, easy. Lucinda, where are you going?
I kind of want to do the same.
Yeah, you can stand at the door. I don't mind.
The other two just see us coming around the corner and then going back.
Guys, this guy thinks he's tough.
I'll open the door
We should kill him.
out of the. I'll open
These
the
guys
door
should
out
try.
of the little maze room.
Awesome. So. Rivet and Aelith. Let's get a bit of let's move the map a little bit. We're going to have to zoom out a little bit. You guys open the door, and you guys see a small hallway. About halfway down the hallway, the stone changes from like cobblestone large pieces of rock that make up the dungeon wall to an almost polished marble halfway down this walkway leading to the next room. The next door is not that much different to the previous doors you've been in, but almost looks unfinished, if you were to guess. It's almost like some of the lines are missing on the door somehow. Like you don't quite understand what you're looking at exactly, sort of thing. But it just doesn't look right. It looks very similar to the other doors, but it just doesn't look right. What do you guys want to do? Are you guys yelling out anything to the other party as well?
Yeah, I'll yell out that we're going into the next room.
You guys hear from the other room, Aelith telling that they're gonna head to the next room. Are you guys gonna link back up or anything?
You're leaving us?
I guess I'll follow.
Alright.
This guy ain't moving. We gotta go.
You following Ricky?
Yeah.
Lucinda?
Reluctantly.
Reluctantly, Lucinda follows. Are you guys heading straight through? How he is approaching this door? Anyone want to look at the door or anything? What are we thinking? You guys are noticing, like, you guys entered the dungeon, and it was sort of going into the evening. It hadn't quite started going dark yet, but it was like on the way to heading into dark time. At this point, it would be very dark outside. Like, it's getting pretty late into the evening and stuff like that. Starting. Pretty much, there's no rooms or anything. But you just have been down here a while, huh? No windows. Oh, definitely rooms, no windows. So it's hard to tell, but you've definitely been adventuring a while. Just naturally, you'd know you've been down here for a few hours. You would assume that it's dark outside. you wouldn't really be able to tell the time. Absolutely. We are changing a little bit of how we do investigation sort of thing and perception checks. If multiple people want to look at something, we will go with whoever sort of acts first, and you can help the person that's acting first, basically going and like putting your hand on their shoulder and looking at what they're looking at. You're basically giving them help, which gives them advantage on the roll. They roll twice and take the higher of the two numbers. So it just saves as much of it. We won't be doing like Aelith looks at the door, rolled bad. Ricky looks at the door, rolled bad. Rivet looks at the door, roll bad. So we're just gonna, so that speeds up a little bit of this. So if you do want to help them look at it, if your character does want to move forward and put a hand on their shoulder and help them, or if you want to suggest someone else to look at it instead, like if Aelith is like, I want to go have a look at it, and it's like, we should let Ricky have a look at it or something. You guys can decide that in your own thing, but it's like, we'll try to have like one person looking at something, unless it is something big that multiple people could look at sort of thing, and it fits sort of well. So Aelith is walking forward to check out the door. Is anyone wanting to help them out or anything?
Yeah.
All right, Ricky walks forward and puts a hand on your shoulder, essentially. So you just roll that again, and then you just take the higher of the two rolls. 12. Awesome. Yeah, now you're getting closer to the door and stuff. It's you get down and you're looking at the wood grain, and being a druid, you know what timber looks like. You know what lumber is. You know it. This literally looks like some of the fibers haven't been put in. Like that, it's missing lines that should be there. This wood came from a tree that's the age of 1 because it has no rings. It's like someone forgot to put details on the actual wood. You notice similarly with the metal and stuff like that, where rust or tarnish would be on the metal, it's almost nothing. It's like there's no texture to it, sort of thing. It looks unfinished. It looks odd. It looks like no wood you've ever seen and stuff like that. This is the second door. This is the door that's like leading into the next room. Yeah, pretty. Not really. Like you could try to attack it or anything like that if you wanted to break it. Yeah, sweet. You guys open the room. Inside the room, you notice immediately upon opening the door, the marble theme continues to the floor and roof. The ceiling is a little bit lower than the other rooms, sitting only at about sort of 20 feet up. Maybe only 15 feet up. The floor is also like it's like a polished marble sort of thing, but it's very stark white even for marble. It's like it's missing some of the dark tints or like shading or something. There's something missing about the fine details. Are you guys moving into the room?
Can I ask Zek to like get back in little cat position and check on the glass to see if there's any like new figures of us
That's a good idea.
inside the maze?
Did you guys hear that?
Zek to go back on the glass. See on the little guys.
Pivot. Zach, are you there?
Zek.
Alrighty, guys, we're gonna take a quick break right here. Grab those snackies, fill those drinks up, enjoy the music, and we will be right back. Zek fell asleep.
Huh? What?
Indy asked your character if you could go back to the other room and see if any figures had appeared. They're suspecting that this may be like a version of the mini dungeon or something. So they asked if your character would go back and have a look at the rooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Brilliant. So Rivet walks back into that room. You go to the first room. No new figures have appeared. The dungeon is still an absolute bloodbath from in the room that you guys set loose all the figures on the party. There's basically no change. People in the room, what you guys are seeing is, now that you've fully entered the room, you guys notice that the shape of the room feels a little off as well. It's not as square as it feels like there's a bit of warping to the walls. Not like they're moving, but they're very much not straight. Filling out the room, you look across the far side and you notice an older lady looking very stressed, frantically writing at the desk. Very furiously writing, just scribbling on parchment, scrolling down sort of thing, just going for it. On the desk, there's a small inkwell, and she has a quill in her hand, and the entire room starts filling with a pretty intense glow. Nothing crazy, but it's now quite bright in the room.
Hello, ma'am.
Far too busy for this. I'm far too busy for this. Continues furiously writing. As you start getting closer, you notice the room starts stretching lengthways, and the desk starts appearing further and further away. She sort of has looked across and started scribbling on a different page, and the room just starts stretching as she gets further and further away from you. I have not the time for this, not the time at all. I'm very busy.
Can I touch the walls? See what it feels like?
Yeah, absolutely. Very cool stone walls. Almost like, it feels like marble, but again, it's like some of the textures are missing in this room. It almost feels a little wavy, but it's not moving.
Doesn't feel off. Room seems fine.
It feels fine. It just looks a bit weird. It's like it's like running your hand across it, and your hand goes up and down into grooves sort of thing. It waves along the wall. It's like the walls are ripply, but they're not moving or anything. It's just they're just oddly shaped.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the desk and the lady are now 50 to 100 feet away from you. So you guys are essentially at the back of the far end of the room. And she's stretched the room out. Well, the room has been stretched out. Yeah, you can, if you want to look at her, you can insight check her, see if you can discern anything from her, or if you want to look around, you can go for a perception. Checking her is an insight check. That's checking a person, what they might be feeling and stuff like that. That's discerning what a person is. Checking around the area would be perception check from this far away, because now that they're so far away, you can't really investigate it. What are we thinking?
+3 for me as well.
I'd say Rivet at this point has rejoined the party in the now stretched out marble room. Yeah, so you're going to do a perception sort of just on the general room sort of thing? Yep.
21.
On your insight check, Ricky, she looks incredibly stressed. She's got a bit of a bead of sweat on her brow. Even from this far away, you can noticeably see she is frantically writing on these pages. Occasionally wipes a bit of sweat away, keeps going, and is just frantically writing on these... on this big piece of parchment sort of thing. Indy, what did you roll for yours? 22. You notice that the whole room seems obviously the whole room started to glow, so you can tell that this room might have some form of magic, magical properties about the room. It's not there may be something hidden. You don't necessarily know. There's something magical about this space, though. Obviously, it's just stretched out 50 feet away from you, sort of thing. So it's like you clear, like, and now, so you're very clearly under the impression that there is like magic in this, like the room is magic.
Would detect magic help us pinpoint anything to like any useful amount?
It could. You can give it a go.
Cinder has detect magic, but yeah, I'm just like, oh, will it just be like the room, like what we just found out, the room generally has magic, or will it be like there's a spot on this wall that has, you know, like
You sense detect magic. You sense the magical aura of all magical things, whether it's an item, people, anything that's magical. You will see a faint aura from, and that's about it. So you'd see anything magical in the room if there was. So just for instance, say that there was a magical trap in the middle of the room, you would see that there's a magical aura there. You wouldn't be able to say like, oh, that's a trap sort of thing, but there would be a magical aura that is different. Even if the rest of the room is, because they're different auras, different magics, you'd just be able, but you wouldn't be able to discern like what magic it is sort of thing.
That's an option. Otherwise, is there 3 doors?
So you guys can't quite see around the corner
Okay.
too much. You have to push around just to see anything else, but you definitely kind of see that there's an open door and a closed door, and the room does kind of bend around a little if you wanted to peek around.
Yeah, can I move it a bit further, please?
Yeah, brilliant. You just sort of peek around the edge and you do see that there is a third door around the corner.
So, yeah, we have the option of detect magic, but I don't know if we want to use that up. Otherwise, I would probably go to peek in the open door, like stealthily, because obviously something's left it open.
That's where you want to move, down to that bottom door?
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. So you sort of get down to here, and the stone changes back to like the cobbled stone of the rest of the dungeon was. It smells bad. It doesn't. There's not a good smell coming from this room. That's basically all you can immediately get from this door, sort of thing. You sort of walked up to the door, and immediately it hits you. There's like a not nice smell. You can further, roll a perception if you want to go any further than that sort of thing. But yeah.
And how far can I see in the room?
You can see a little bit into the room. You are running on torchlight, so you can't see super far. You can kind of see that it goes in, and then it goes to black. You can't really see the predominant of the room.
Because I can only see 2 squares on Discord.
You can sort of, you can see like the hallway, and then it opens up a little bit, and then it goes black. I'm going to go back to the rest of the party. Yeah. Is there anything the rest of the party wants to do? You guys looking at you guys are looking at the same thing essentially. Like Aelith has walked across to the open door at the other end of the room. She hasn't really reacted, unless like the reaction she made is once you guys entered the room and said something sort of thing, the room stretched out. Other than that, when Aelith sort of walked over to the other door, she made no real movements. She's still just frantically scribbling away. What do you guys, anything you guys want to do? Are you guys following anyone?
Ask her if she needs help because she's stressed. See if I can be friendly.
No, dear, nothing you can help with, nothing at all. I need to get this work done. I just need to not be disturbed.
I'm sure we can all help.
I don't think there's anything that you'd be able to do.
We're not useless. We can help with quite a few things.
I'm sorry, dear. I'm sorry. I'm extremely busy. I have to get this stuff finished before we can continue. I have a deadline to meet, and this is all very distracting.
What is this for?
I've been told what to do, and I just need to get my task done. I can't have any more of these interruptions.
It's the D&D universe for someone to be, like, working in a dungeon like that.
This is a weird dungeon. That's the point of this dungeon. Like, the corruption has made this dungeon weird. So this is just like it's not it's not inherently odd. It's like what caused this to happen. It's probably just like the magic of the dungeon caused this to happen, sort of thing. It's like a puzzle. It's a thing that you've got to overcome. It's something that it's something that the dungeon has made to put in your way, sort of thing. So it's not odd.
Because like this, I'm like, that's really weird. Why is it just a lady writing something in the middle of a dungeon? But I don't know how normal things are. Like,
Well, to you guys, it would be a bit odd anyway. Like, this is a weird dungeon. Like, that's sort of the point. Like, you guys went into this because
it's like the vibe, but the dungeon isn't fitting the real world's vibe.
Kind of, yeah. It's yeah.
How long have you been here?
I don't even know how long I've been here. I've just got to finish my work. You guys are very bothersome. Just stay over there and please stop bothering me.
Where did you come from?
She's gonna snap.
Did you magically teleport here? How are you in a dungeon?
Can I like push Rivet and Von Ricky to like the open door?
Like, just push them, like, are you, like, shepherding them to keep moving?
Yeah, like,
Well,
stop bothering this poor lady. She's just trying to do work.
yeah, I mean... That's,
In a dungeon?
I'm just
Yes!
very busy. I'm very busy indeed.
Sorry, miss, we'll be on our way.
With the yucky smell and the... I'm probably like, ugh, I want to try one of the other doors because I'm a bit put off by that. So I'm probably like, I might want to try the door that's like closer to her desk. Because I'm like, let's try a place that isn't smelly.
So you're going to go for the other door? Awesome. So the second you take that step towards her, and she turns, she scribbles something down on a different piece of parchment, you notice something twist in the floor. Like, it's something twists and comes out, and it's a small nozzle, and you get a spray all up in front of you. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Ooh.
Yeah, it should be on this. It should be a little separate panel that says saving throws. Yeah, there should be a separate one. Just a 14. So this cloud comes up, and you notice it immediately. You start wiping at your eyes; they're burning for a little bit, but you shrug off the effect really quickly, and compose yourself. You know, wafting it away from your face, getting the dust, getting the like fog out of your face, sort of thing. I told you to stay back.
I kind of had an idea, maybe.
Yeah, what are you thinking, Ricky?
It's paper, right?
Yeah,
Can we like throw a torch and burn it?
you can certainly try. You probably
Ooh.
can't. I don't know how far
Oh,
you'd be able to throw something. I don't think a torch has like the thrown property sort of thing, so I don't think it has like a range. So probably not a torch. I think it would go out by that distance. You'd sort of throw it hard enough that it would sort of go out to get that far. She's like,
Damn.
she's quite far away at this point. Like what you see in perspective is like sort of smaller. Like she stretched the room out and is like 50 to like 100 feet away from you. Like significantly, like just walked the room.
Same time, so that if she is like writing stuff to happen to each of us, she struggles. Like, can we all
Take a step at the same time?
It at that point would probably go into initiative, and you'd still have to go in turns, sort of thing, because it would just like that's just how the kind of the metrics of it work. Everyone gets their turn to say what they're doing, sort of thing. Otherwise, everyone would just be talking over each other. So it's like things happen very quickly, you know, but it's like she just has to write it, whatever it is, sort of thing. So it's like time slows down when combat starts, sort of thing. So if you all actively were like, let's rush her, sort of thing, she's gonna take that as initiative, sort of thing. So it's like that's where you'd roll for initiative, and then you'd still go into an order anyway. Right now, you guys are like out of combat, but like in the midst of a thing. It's like as soon as you start doing anything that's starting to get hostile or anything like that, or starting to like really like invoke actions and stuff, we'll be rolling initiative.
I don't think we want to mess with her. If she can control this whole room, we do not mess with her. We shouldn't try to move us.
Yeah, awesome. You head over to that door here. She doesn't care when you're moving away from her. Normal door, you open it up. You can see most of the way down, but you see the path sort of curves a little bit, so you can't quite see all the way around the corner or anything. But there's a walkway.
I have 0 ideas.
I don't know
You
what
could try.
idea.
You got,
But
yeah, go for it. You got an idea?
right. But it's like hell no. Like it's like I don't think it's possible.
If someone's got an idea, you just got to say it. Speak up.
It's persuading the other guy to fight her. But
I don't think that's gonna work.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I'm gonna just say that one over the table.
Yeah.
DM to player, don't think that one's gonna work in your favor at all. That one's just gonna be a waste of time.
If you guys think it's not worth it to mess with her, then we can head to either the not smelly room or the smelly room. The smelly room had the door left open.
Could be a beast or something.
But the smelling room is interesting.
We're already smelly.
I'll do be stinky. No one's cleaned themselves yet.
Hey, I know I'm part cat, but I'm not gonna bathe myself like a cat. That's gross.
Go to the less smelly room towards that way.
Awesome, you guys basically all hug the wall and move around to Aleph, who is sort of just near this door. You guys are just heading up the walkway?
Can
Yeah.
I peek into the smelly room?
Sure. How far in do you want to peek, sort of thing? Because, like, Aleph was at the door and sort of saw that. You can see a little bit more with your dark vision, but not quite much more.
Maybe a couple steps in.
All right, how, like, 1, 2, how far are you going in?
2.
All right, you get into about here. The smell, much worse. You smell decay and rotting and festering. I'm gonna need you to
Anyone
roll
wanna
me
fight?
stealth.
Oh god.
All right, what do you get on that stealth? 7. What's their passive perception? They hear you. You hear one, you're not sure, voice come calling out from the thing. Please help me! And you hear the low groaning of just. What are you doing? Are you leaving? You have moments here. This is your choice. If you stay or you leave it, like stay, move in, or leave. Those are your 3 options.
It's intriguing, it's interesting, but it feels like I'm gonna die.
Quick decision. Moments, split seconds are passing.
Going. I am going.
You going in or going away?
No, I'm going back. Going
All
back.
right. Lucinda quickly zips back to the group.
We're just gonna keep walking down the hallway.
Yeah. You guys reach another room?
I want to ask if they found anything interesting. Why they turned back so
Yeah.
quick.
It's fine. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Okay, I guess.
Awesome. So you guys are approaching another wooden door. Who wants to take point?
Sure.
Dope.
Are we up here?
What do you want to do to the door? Checking, listening, kicking it in?
Slowly open it.
Tiny little peek into the room. I'm gonna get you to roll me a stealth check. I am gonna show you the room though, but give me stealth.
8. Oh, bruh.
As you open the door, it just screeches and pretty much all the little goblins in the room turn to the door. These goblins don't look okay. You notice all of these goblins are wearing a blue shirt with yellow pants and each and every single one of them has like the lobotomy tool still in their like eye socket sort of thing. All of these little guys have been lobotomized. These guys all have basically a metal rod sticking out from the corner of their eye into their brain. These guys are kind of docile. They're just like meandering around the room. What does it mean? Yeah, lobotomized is literally it's a medical procedure that they used to do where they put a metal spike either up your nose or in through your eye socket and basically tap at your brain and remove parts of your brain because people believed that it like fixed problems. You can get it like legitimately done, but this isn't legitimate. This didn't help anything. Someone did this and they left the tool in there. These guys are just like they're just and just like walking around the room. You notice one of the doors is very plain looking. The door at the bottom of the room though has 3 gem slots in it, and one of the little goblins has put the yellow gem in and is about to put a different colored gem in, one of the red gems in. And as soon as they do, the 2 gems turn to dust in the sockets and reform on the table sort of thing.
They don't seem hostile at all, guys. I think we can just stroll on by. See what it is.
You guys all head into the room.
Let your guard.
There's like a fair few goblins in here. There's like, there's like 7, 8 sort of thing. Like there's a few more than like have tokens for sort of thing. Like there's a few goblins in here. They've all had the same process done, and they are all just bumbling around. Every so often, one grabs a gem and basically tries to carry it over to the wall, and with zero thought process, just like rubs it around the door until it eventually sockets itself into one of the gem slots. And they seem to be putting they seem to get the yellow one in, and then the second one that they keep putting in makes them crumble sort of thing. So that's what you guys have to go off right now. What do you guys want to do?
Well, they have not attacked.
Nope.
So that seems fine.
These guys look like they don't have the IQ to attack sort of thing. These guys, they don't even have a weapon sort of thing. They are just like knuckle dragging on the floor, just moseying around this area sort of thing. It's like their little rat brain occasionally just goes, "Ooh, shiny," and moves them over towards the door, and they just like it's basically sheer luck that they're moving them towards the door. But the gems definitely do fit in the door. But the door at the top of the room looks very, very plain. It looks like all the other doors you've kind of come across. Or most of the other doors you've come across.
I want to ask them if they want help with it, if they understand it.
You notice you look down at one of the little gobos and you're just like, "Do you need any help, little buddy?" And he just sort of like slowly turns up to you. Their eyes are like almost glassed over sort of thing. Like these guys don't have a thought going through their brain. He just looks up at you and goes, and goes back to just lumbering around.
They don't seem to think at all, guys.
Should we just try gems and slots?
Yeah.
Go for it. Who's trying what?
Each grab a gem.
Cool. What colors
Should
are
probably
people
do
grabbing?
one gem at a time.
One gem at a time?
Well, let me just like put one in the door at a time.
Dope. Any particular color you're grabbing? Rivet's taking initiative on this one.
We'll let them have yellow. We want them to feel like they're gonna win.
So yeah, Rivet. Any particular color you're grabbing? Trying first in the door?
I'll grab red.
You grab the red gem. You put it in on the socket in the door.
how the hole's laid out. Is it just
They're
one
basically
hole?
dead center of the door, like high enough that the little guys could reach it, but they were sort of like scraping it around on the door until it sort of like went into the hole, like a kid playing the like, you know, square peg into the square hole game sort of thing. They literally were just like rubbing it onto the top until it like fell into the slot sort of thing.
Okay.
The gems are all roughly the same shape. Like the map just shows them all a bit different shape. It's mainly the color. So all the gem slots are the same shape.
Guess just put it in the first hole.
Brilliant. You put the red gem into the first socket, it seats itself in there nicely, and like you see a little bit of the stonework comes around and grabs it. It seems to be holding there.
Okay.
Anybody else doing anything else, or are you just going to let River go
Yeah,
for it?
anybody else wanna try another color?
Grab the next one.
All right. Any particular color you're grabbing?
Nope.
You need to pick one. There's literally only 5 gems on the table. You gotta pick one.
Maybe
Just pick a color.
maybe I'll grab the yellow.
Awesome. You grab the yellow one. You stick it into the... Are you putting it straight in the socket?
Yeah.
You put it in the socket. The stone crowning, like the stone molding, comes around, grabs it, and both the gems turn to dust and reform on the table.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's not... What color? Yellow. So it's not yellow. I'm gonna put the red one back in the first slot. And then Ilith is gonna do green next.
Awesome. The red one grabbed by the stone, holding nicely. The green one put in, grabbed by the stone, also holding nicely.
Okay, so green is next. What color should we try next? Okay, pick up the blue one, put it in there.
Who's grabbing the blue gem? Did you say Rivet? You were grabbing it and putting it in?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Awesome. You grab the blue gem, put it into the third slot. The stonework grabs it. All 3 of the gems turn to dust and reappear on the table.
Okay.
All right. Aelith grabs red, green, purple gems straight off the table. Walks over to the door. Red gem slots in, grabbed by the stone, holding firm. Green gem in, grabbed by the stone, holding firm. Purple gem in, grabbed by the stone, holding firm. You hear a blood-curdling scream as all the little goblins in the room start immediately withering. And you just hear as they all just age like what looks like 100 years, and they all just shrivel up and fall and die. The 2 gems left on the table just like turn to sand.
Again.
What have you done, Indy?
You then hear the door slowly just creaks open. You did it! Bob death counter, indie goblin kill streak counter. I do believe Lucinda was scratching at the door ready to leave, so I'm gonna put Lucinda right at the door, basically inside the door. Leave it. Unless you were trying to leave out the other door, Lucinda. Which were you like trying to run back the way you came, or were you scrambling to get into the door?
You gotta make a choice.
Where would Lucinda be going? Lucinda remains stationary. Alright.
In shock.
Alright, well then, do the rest of us want to go through the new door?
Yeah.
So go.
Yeah, let's go through.